For centuries, people have believed that God is necessary for morality, meaning, and purpose. This belief has been deeply ingrained in many cultures and societies, shaping laws, traditions, and personal values. But what if that's not true? What if the foundation of our moral compass and sense of purpose can be found elsewhere, beyond the confines of religious doctrine? What if the idea of a divine creator is simply a comforting story we tell ourselves to make sense of the unknown? A narrative that has been passed down through generations, offering solace in times of uncertainty and fear. What if, instead of relying on faith, we embraced reason, logic, and evidence to guide our lives? What if we turned to the scientific method, critical thinking, and empirical evidence to navigate the complexities of existence? Many people cling to the belief that without God, the world would descend into chaos. They fear that without a divine overseer, humanity would lose its moral bearings and societal structures would crumble. They argue that only a divine being could provide the moral compass and sense of purpose that humanity needs to thrive. This perspective has been a cornerstone of many religious teachings, emphasizing the necessity of divine guidance. But history and logic paint a different picture. When we examine the annals of history, we find numerous examples of societies that have thrived without a central religious authority. Throughout the ages, societies have flourished without relying on a specific deity. The ancient Greeks, for instance, made significant advancements in philosophy, science, and the arts, driven by human curiosity and intellect. From the ancient Greeks with their philosophical inquiries to the modern secular societies built on humanist principles, humanity has shown a remarkable capacity for creating meaning and order through collective effort and shared values. Humanity has demonstrated its ability to create order and meaning without divine intervention. Modern secular societies, grounded in principles of humanism, equality, and justice, have achieved remarkable progress in various fields. The belief in God as a prerequisite for a just and meaningful existence is a notion that deserves our scrutiny. It is worth exploring whether our moral and ethical frameworks can stand independently of religious beliefs. It is time to question the long-held assumption that we need a higher power to define our values, guide our actions, and give purpose to our lives. By embracing reason, empathy, and a shared sense of humanity, we may find that we are capable of creating a just and meaningful world on our own terms. As we move forward, let us consider the possibility that our greatest strengths lie within ourselves and our communities. By fostering a culture of critical thinking, compassion, and collaboration, we can build a future that is both ethical and fulfilling without the need for divine intervention. In the end, the leap of faith may not be about believing in a higher power, but in believing in our own potential to create a better world. A world where morality, meaning, and purpose are derived from our shared human experience and our collective aspirations for a brighter future. The idea that God is necessary to prevent societal chaos is a tempting but flawed one. It relies on the assumption that humans are inherently incapable of being moral without a divine authority figure to keep them in check. This view underestimates human capacity for empathy, reason, and cooperation. Throughout history, we have seen countless examples of individuals and societies developing and upholding moral codes without any reference to a deity. Secular systems of ethics, based on principles of humanism, utilitarianism, and reason, provide a strong foundation for moral behavior. These systems focus on promoting happiness, well-being, and respect for others, not out of fear of divine punishment, but out of a desire to create a more just and compassionate world. The belief that God is the sole source of morality also ignores the many instances where religion itself has been used to justify violence, oppression, and discrimination. From the Crusades to the witch hunts, history is replete with examples of religious zealotry leading to suffering and injustice. Let's explore why the world doesn't need God to thrive. Let's examine the various facets of human existence and how they can flourish independently of divine intervention. From the advancements in technology and science to the strength of community and human connection, we will see how humanity can build a better future without relying on divine belief. Let's delve into the realms of morality, science, and purpose, examining how each can flourish in the absence of a divine architect. Morality, often thought to be rooted in religious teachings, can be grounded in human empathy and rational thought. Let's explore the rich tapestry of secular ethics, where reason and compassion replace divine mandates as the guiding principles for a just and equitable society. Secular ethics emphasize the importance of human well-being and the collective good, fostering a sense of responsibility towards one another. Science offers a more nuanced and evidence-based understanding of the universe than ancient scriptures. Science, with its rigorous methodologies and empirical evidence, provides us with a clearer picture of our world and our place within it. There are a myriad ways individuals find meaning and purpose in a world without God, crafting fulfilling lives based on personal values, relationships, and contributions to the greater good. People find joy and purpose in their connections with others, their passions, and their contributions to society. Our exploration challenges the notion that a belief in God is a prerequisite for a fulfilling and moral life. Philosophical discussions and educational pursuits can provide deep insights into the human condition and the nature of existence. By embracing reason, compassion, and a commitment to human flourishing, we can create a brighter future for all, free from the constraints of dogma and the need for supernatural intervention. Working together, we can build a society that values critical thinking, empathy, and mutual respect. The absence of God paves the way for a more rational, just, and meaningful human experience. Through this journey, we will see that the human spirit is capable of incredible resilience, creativity, and kindness, all without the need for divine oversight. There are diverse ways in which cultures around the world celebrate life and find joy, demonstrating that the human experience is rich and varied, with or without religious belief. From art and music to festivals and traditions, human creativity and expression know no bounds. Ultimately, our goal is to show that a world without God is not a world devoid of meaning or morality, but rather a world where meaning and morality are derived from our shared humanity and our collective efforts to improve the world for everyone. So let us chart our own course, guided by the light of reason and the warmth of compassion, towards a future where every individual can thrive and find their own path to fulfillment and happiness. The notion that morality is inextricably linked to a divine being is a pervasive one. This idea has been deeply ingrained in many cultures and societies throughout history, often suggesting that without a higher power, humans would be lost in a sea of moral ambiguity. We are often told that without God, there can be no moral compass, no sense of right and wrong. This belief implies that divine commandments are the only source of ethical guidance, and without them, chaos would ensue. However, this argument crumbles under the weight of reason and evidence. When we examine the foundations of morality, we find that ethical principles can and do exist independently of religious doctrines. Morality, at its core, is not about blind obedience to a set of divine commandments. It is about understanding the impact of our actions on others and striving to make choices that promote the well-being of all. It is about the well-being of sentient beings, about fostering a society where individuals can thrive and where empathy and compassion guide our actions. This perspective shifts the focus from divine approval to human flourishing. Secular ethics, rooted in reason and human values, provide a robust framework for navigating the complexities of moral decision-making without relying on divine dictates. These ethics are based on principles that can be universally understood and applied. Consider the principles of humanism, which emphasize the inherent worth and dignity of every individual. Humanism encourages us to look at each person as valuable and deserving of respect, regardless of their background or beliefs. Humanist ethics call for treating others with respect, empathy, and compassion, not because a deity demands it, but because it is the foundation for a just and flourishing society. This approach fosters a sense of community and mutual support. Moreover, utilitarian philosophy offers a compelling framework for ethical decision-making. Utilitarianism, which focuses on the outcomes of actions, provides a practical method for evaluating the consequences of our choices. Utilitarianism, in its simplest form, advocates for choosing actions that maximize happiness and minimize suffering for the greatest number of people. This principle encourages us to consider the broader impact of our actions on society as a whole. This principle, grounded in reason and a concern for the well-being of others, provides a clear and practical guide for moral action without invoking any supernatural authority. It reminds us that our ethical decisions should be based on their real-world effects. By embracing secular ethics, we can build a moral framework that is inclusive and adaptable. This framework allows us to address the diverse challenges of modern life with compassion and reason. It encourages critical thinking and continuous reflection on our values and actions. In this way, we can create a society that is not only just but also dynamic and forward-thinking. Ultimately, morality without mandates is about recognizing our shared humanity and working together to create a better world. It is about understanding that ethical living is a collective effort, one that requires empathy, cooperation, and a commitment to the common good. As we move forward, let us remember that our moral compass is not handed down from above, but is forged through our interactions, experiences, and the shared goal of making the world a better place for all. Morality without mandates is not a rejection of values, but an affirmation of our ability to reason, to care, and to build a just society through our collective efforts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Freethinker's Journey.